how much money do you actually need to start day trading? Well, it's pretty simple. If you want to make $1 million, then just start trading with 2 million. Okay, I'm just kidding, but not really. So you're ready to take this leap and get started in this wild, wild west called day trading. And how much money do you actually need to start trading? I'll give you the short and sweet answer you're looking for today, and of course, the long answer with all the details you need to know, coming from a full-time trader of more than 10 years of experience. The short answer is you need a minimum of $3,000 to $4,000. This is the amount I recommend for all beginners to start with. If that's the short answer you're looking for, then there it is. But if you want to know about all the caveats, the amount of capital you need for different levels of risk in order to hit the profit goals you want, then you should stick around to hear the full story. Because yes, all the details matter, especially in trading and especially if you're just starting out. I've been day trading for over 10 years now, and let me tell you, day trading is not as easy as download Robinhood, deposit $100, click buy and sell buttons a few times a day, and just have money start raining from the sky. To think that you'll start making $100 a day trading with a $3,000 account right away, that's simply unrealistic. In this video, you're going to learn daily profit goals, why that's the reason most beginner traders will fail. How to trade with a small account of around $3,000 properly so you don't risk losing it all. The realistic account growth timeline you should expect. The PDT rule, the restriction for traders with less than $25,000 and how to get around it. Why bigger isn't always better in trading. How to properly start trading with a big account of more than $10,000. I'll give you the cold hard truth, not just about how much money you need to start day trading, but how much money you need in order to learn this side hustle or business, and then gradually scale up your trading so you can become a consistently profitable trader. Trading is definitely not all rainbows and sunshine, and money won't just magically land on your keyboard. So if you're ready for the cold hard truth, then please remember to hit the like button down below and let's get started. Daily profit goals and why this mindset will make you a losing trader. Many of you watching this video might be thinking, okay, I saw a couple of YouTube videos and everyone's saying I can start generating 2 to 5% a day. So if my goal is $100 a day, then I can easily start with $2,000 to $5,000. Yeah, no way that's happening. I hate to break it to you. If you're brand new, just starting to learn trading, that goal is simply unrealistic. In fact, the mindset of setting a daily profit goal of making $100 a day as a beginner is exactly the reason you'll most likely lose $100 a day instead. I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm just being realistic with you because that's exactly what happened to me. I was a losing trader for pretty much the first 2 years before I started seeing any consistent green days. And one of the biggest reasons is that I was so focused on starting out and making money right away. I bought into the dream of that day trader lifestyle, how you can quit your job, be your own boss, and start trading from anywhere in the world and make money on your own terms. But because I was so focused on making money, I did not have the patience to really observe the charts, learn technical analysis, track my strategies and performance, apply risk management, and so much more. Basically, I was so focused on hitting my daily profit goals that I did not put in the time to learn the skills and experience you need for day trading. It wasn't that I had lost almost $20,000 that I realized I really need to take this seriously. I need to treat trading as a business going forward, as going back to school and learn the proper foundation in order to survive, learn the experience, and scale up much later on. So that's why nowadays when traders ask me, how much money do I need to make $100 a day? That's the wrong question. Instead, you should be asking, how much money am I willing to pay as a market tuition to learn the skill? And like I mentioned to you earlier, $3,000 to $4,000. That money should be treated as market tuition, not as income capital. Just like going to school or college, you're paying upfront to learn a skill that may pay you back many years later, but not immediately. And just like tuition, you should expect to spend a good portion of that capital between commissions, data fees, locate fees, and small trading mistakes here and there. It's reasonable to assume you may spend 30 to 50% of that capital during the learning phase, which is around 6 months to 12 months of your trading journey. And that's totally normal. That's part of the market tuition. As I always tell traders, you cannot control how much money you make in trading, but you can control how much money you lose. So let's talk about it right now. How you should trade properly with a small account of $3,000 to $4,000. Okay, as you can see on the screen over here, I have this beautiful account size risk calculator spreadsheet here to demonstrate how you should trade with a small account and what your risk per day and risk per trade should be. So this is hypothetically speaking, let's say we're starting out with a $4,000 account. And in terms of risk, we should be risking anywhere from 1 to 3% of your account size per trade, especially when you're just starting out. So we have right here $4,000 account size. If I'm risking 1% of the account, that means per trade, I'm risking $40. Now take a look at this number over here. If that's way too much, then that means you should reduce it even more to, let's say, 0.5%. But for most people, I recommend anywhere from 1 to 3%. 3 will be considered aggressive, and 1% will be considered conservative. So let's stay with 1 for now. So that's one way to calculate your risk for your small account, or you can take a look at risk per day. So assuming that you're okay with 3% risk per day, which is $120, that's your max risk for the day. And assuming you take 3 trades per day, that means your max risk per trade is $40. And you can play around with this. Let's say you have $5,000. This is what the numbers look like. If you have a little bit less, 3,000, that's what the max risk looks like. So there's a few things you should do with this max risk per trade number now that you have it. This number, you should consider this number to be your market tuition, the max risk you're allowed to pay as market tuition per day or per trade. And once you hit that number, you're done trading with your live account. By doing this calculation and knowing that max risk number for your own account size, this allows you to start practicing discipline and know when to stop trading. This is a very important trait that you'll need if you want to become a profitable trader one day. And number 2, once you hit the daily max risk that you can see on screen, you should stop trading. But your learning shouldn't stop there. You can switch to a paper trading account and continue practicing your strategies. Or just sit and watch and continue watching and observing the charts. As you can see, I don't call these max risk per trade as a max loss per day. I call it as pay market tuition to learn. Once again, it's totally normal for most traders to experience that drawdown and pay this market tuition during your first year into trading. There's no shame in that. And if you want to calculate your own account's risk based on your capital, you can get this spreadsheet for free if you sign up to my weekly watch list down below. Now that you know your max risk per day or per trade, you can work forward in order to simulate your small account's profit and loss growth, all based on your risk. So what does that look like exactly? Now let's go to the fun part. This page is a trading outcome simulation, and I'll show you why risk management and trading within your own account's risk is so important now. So you're looking at our trading P&L outcome simulation now. That's based on your account capital here, the risk reward, and your percentage risk according to account size. So let's say we are trading with a 1% risk with a, let's just call it a $4,000 account. In the first 6 months, it's very likely that a new trader's win rate will be anywhere from 20 to 30%. That's totally normal. For me, it was more like 20% when I first started. So that's what it will look like. Your account size will be $4,000. But if you keep your risk really, really manageable and within that 1% risk, even with a terrible win rate and a risk reward of only 1 to 1, this is what your simulation will look like for the first 6 months. So essentially for every 10 trades, you only make money during that 3 trades, and you are making the same amount as if you're losing. So that's what we call 1 to 1 risk reward. Now, after 6 months, if you go to this middle column here, hopefully things are getting better. You're getting better risk reward. Instead of 1-to-1, you're now doing 1-to-2. So what does that mean? That means for every trade that you lose $40, according to your 1% risk to your capital, you're making around anywhere from $70 to $80 per trade. So that's what we call risk reward is 1-to-2. And you're still risking 1% risk. And your win rate, hopefully it's a little bit better now. You can see by having a win rate of only 40%, you're now starting to see some green P&Ls. And again, this is if you keep risking 1%. If you decide to risk 2%, this is what that number looks like. Again, it's pretty good. You're seeing some green P&Ls. You're still not making big money, but you're definitely seeing progress. Now, let's talk about what happens after a year. Let's say you've been extremely disciplined with your trading. You follow your small account risk tolerance, and you are now improving your risk reward now to 3. So instead of 1-to-2, now it's 1-to-3. So that means for every $40 that you're risking, when you lose money, you lose $40. But when you make money, you make around $120 to $130. Now, this is the interesting part. You can have a win rate of 50%, and this is what your profit expectancy will look like for every 10 trades. Now, if you steadily increase the risk to 2% risk, this is what that'll look like. You're now risking $100, but when you make money, you're making anywhere from $250 to $300. Not bad at all. Now, this will still work even if you still have a low win rate of 40%. You can see because you are really paying attention to your risk reward and your risk per trade, you're still making money, even though your win rate is only 40%. Now, what happens if we increase that risk to 3%? This is what that figure will look like. Now, if you are doing really well with the risk reward and your win rate is now more than 50%, this is what that P&L will look like. And if it's at 60%, this is what that'll look like. So this is what I mean by you don't need a big account to make a lot of money. All you need is, first of all, good discipline to follow that max risk per trade or per day, paying attention to risk reward, and be disciplined enough to keep practicing your strategies and give yourself time. Again, I wouldn't expect this kind of progress until after 1 year later. The scenario here in the middle is what I would expect after 6 months. Again, the growth is slow and steady. And after 1 year, this is the kind of results I would expect. All trading within a small account. For me personally, my win rate is still quite low, only at around 55%. But now my risk reward on my trades on average is a lot higher than 1-to-3. It's averaging about 5-to-10 because of a lot of the swing trades I take. But again, this is built up after 10 years of experience, and obviously, I'm not trading with a $4,000 account anymore. If you want to get a trading journal to track your strategies, win rates, risk reward, and then risk calculator you just saw, you can get them all for free if you sign up to my weekly watchlist email down below. Next, let's talk about the PDT rule. I don't know about you, but when I first started day trading over 10 years ago, I did not have $25,000 lying under my couch to start trading. Trust me, I checked. And that was probably a blessing in disguise. I suspect most of you watching this video are in a similar situation. If you're starting out with less than $25,000, then you should be aware of the pattern day trader rule. It's a regulation that's pending removal by the SEC, so this restriction may be gone very soon. Under this current rule, if you are using a US-based broker and trading with under $25,000, then you're subject to the PDT rule. This rule will limit you to only 3 day trades within a rolling 5-day period. And once you hit that limit, you're effectively locked out of any more day trades, meaning you can no longer buy and sell on the same day until the next 5-day rolling period. This is a huge restriction for beginner traders and something many traders don't fully realize until it's too late. However, this rule does not apply if you're trading from outside the United States. Maybe you're in Canada, Singapore, or Europe. There's no PDT restriction as long as you're not using a US-based broker, even if your account is under $25,000. However, if you are in the US and don't have $25,000 to start with, that's totally fine. I'll go over some tips for how to start and learn day trading even if you're under the PDT rule. The first option is to trade with a cash account. The PDT rule applies to margin accounts in the US. So if you open a cash account instead, that rule won't apply to you. The second option is to open multiple margin accounts at different brokers. So if you have less than $25,000, but you have enough to open, let's say, 2 brokers, so that means you have 3 day trades times 2 brokers. That'll be 6 day trades a week. Now, if you have more than $25,000 to start with, that's amazing. Here's the most important rule. Do not start trading with your entire account size. This is where many well-funded beginners blow up. Just because you have the money and no PDT restriction doesn't mean you're ready to size up. Are you comfortable with potentially losing $1,000 per trade? If the answer is no, then you should definitely size down. It's fine to keep that $50,000 in your account, but I recommend trading as if you only have less than $5,000. In fact, beginner traders with a larger account size should be even more conservative. Risking $50 or $100 per trade while learning is far better than losing thousands of dollars just as you're starting out. The market really doesn't care how much money you have. Risk management will still apply, and maybe even more so if you have a larger capital to trade with. Now that you know how much money you should start day trading, then you should learn a couple of my proven strategies next. Check out my free playlist over here.